I will have used, I think I just went through presets because nothing wrong with using presets for a bit of inspiration, and I think this is a Forrester Savell one. I mean, I love the Carnival albums, Sound Awake. So I think it was Forrester Savell, and was it the Mic'd Up? Yeah, Mic'd Up preset, and I would have just used that as a starting point and tweaked from there. Like I know I changed the EQ a lot and just have a little tinker with the compression on the low end and just, well, everything really. But I think the crossover I won't have moved, I'm pretty sure. Don't think I would have moved the cab setup either. Okay, so there's the low end. So I've probably done this cut, this big cut here. I bet I've done that after I've loaded the Parallax. So I've loaded the Parallax up and gone, oh, I like the tone of it, but it's fucking way too bassy now. And I've gone and cut that out beforehand, before it hits the Parallax, because that's just a way of keeping things tight. I find like the same way you'd cut low end in an amp, driving an amp with a boost pedal or an EQ pedal, cut it before the amp and you'll get a nice tight, chuggy palm mute sound. I mean, let's turn this off in the context of the mix and have a listen and then bring it back in. Could have all that off, to be fair, but let's see what happens once we start introducing some other processors I've done. It does, however, it is keeping things in check a bit more. Like there's some notes poking out, and also it's bringing out more of the mid-range. So, you know, having this disabled, this cut here, I'm feeling the need to bring the volume of it down, as the bass as a whole. But with that on, yeah, it's a little less full perhaps, but we're just getting more note and cut out of it at the same time. So yeah, probably a balance to be had. And now I'm going to be adding more low end in the next couple of steps. SBL Vitalizer. Earlier I went through this and we had it on the kick, but the this setting was set to tight, so the kick's over that way, whatever that is, and we've got the bass over this way. So the idea is that they're kind of sitting in their own zone, hopefully. And then I've got the mid-high tune all the way up to 1K, because I like the kind of distortion of the bass, the kind of growl, the piano growl in that kind of 800 hertz 1K area. So that's emphasizing that. It's also going to make it a bit bright as well at the same time. Let's have a listen to how that sounds. Okay, again, I can see why I've done this cut now. I mean, that might be a more natural way of having it, like just not using this and just leaving this low end alone a bit more. But I just like sculpting things and colouring things to get different results and interesting results. So this is making more sense why I've got this cut, and I definitely would have added this probably once I opened this. It was like, oh, I like the sound of that, but now it's just overbearing a little bit. So let's hear it in the mix. Yep, I like that. That's just a nice colour box. Low end shaper of things is good. I like. This one, VSM, Distortion. I use this on mastering a lot. Is it on my mix plus chain? It probably is. But it's a nice way of emphasising the distortion of the bass So I've probably got it on the low mids, yeah, and the high mids. And this is the UAD one. So I've listened to what the second harmonics are adding. Adding some nice buzzy fartiness. I like it. And then the third harmonics. I mean, let's turn it off and on and you can hear what it's doing.